What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman.
Women are becoming the men in dating now. Because of all of the post-Me Too, women have to now learn how to approach men in real life.
Ladies, it's 2025. The man of your dreams is not just going to fall out of the sky, especially if you never leave the house. Is he supposed to find you through Google Maps? The man you want is one DM away. Or he might be right across the room from you when you're out. But because he didn't approach you first, you're just going to let him slip away? I think not. We're going after what we want this year.
Boys don't ask you out anymore. What they do is they look at you from across the room and they'll be like, huh, she's pretty. I bet that's my wife. And then they just like take out their phone and watch basketball clips on YouTube Shorts. They're just like, oh, nice. And I think that's why the birth rate is dropping, honestly.
Women keep asking, why don't men approach anymore? Simple. Men got tired of wasting their time. If you're not her exact type, you're invisible, or worse, she acts offended you even tried. Guys have learned the only men women actually want to approach them are the ones they're attracted to. So instead of chasing rejection, men just check out and do their own thing.
Because make men great again. Bring back the men who used to walk up fire escapes for women. Bring back the men who used to stand outside a girl's window with the boom box, singing love songs to her. Bring back men with backbones. Bring back the men who will not allow rejection to keep them from the woman of their dreams. Bring back the men who will see a beautiful woman sitting at the bar by herself and then go over there and talk to her or send a drink over to her. Bring those men back.
It's almost comical how modern women have spent years pushing men away, saying things like, don't approach us, we don't need no men, and men are creepy. They've championed independence, celebrated singlehood, and mocked traditional masculinity. Yet when men heed these signals and step back, suddenly there's a nostalgic cry for the very behaviors they once derided. It's hilarious. Men listened and backed off, and now suddenly they're shocked that men aren't stepping up like they used to. And now when men actually stopped chasing and focused on themselves, the same women are complaining. You can't scream, don't approach us for years and then act surprised when men don't volunteer their attention anymore. Modern women set the rules. They're just mad that men finally followed them.
It's so funny to me when guys are like, girls should approach guys at the gym first, or a girl should make the first move on their gym crush, or the guys in the gym in general first. But to me, in my experience, every time I get near a guy, they literally run away. Like, I could go to a machine right next to them, or like, you know how the squat racks are right next to each other? I could go on one side of the squat rack, and for some reason, I guess they're done with their set or something, but they will literally run off. And that's just my personal experience and from what I've noticed. When I get close to someone at the gym, whether it's a guy or a girl, most of the time, if it's a girl, they're pretty receptive. Like, I think girls are getting more comfortable in the gym, especially if there's another girl around, like, you feel a little bit more comfortable. But I've noticed that when I get close to a guy, if I'm working on a machine next to him or if I'm on a squat rack or whatever, they will literally pack up their shit and go. Or they will just like completely turn aside and not even pay attention to you. Like, they will literally do everything they can to avoid eye contact. So it's like, it's really hard to actually go through with that when it's not very receptive, you know? And it's like, I don't want to chase them down at the same time. Like, I don't want to force anything. I feel like, I don't know.
Men are pulling away because the gym has become a minefield. One wrong look, and suddenly you're on camera as gym creep of the week. Women say they want men to approach, but the second it's not the guy they're attracted to, he's weird. And let's be real, just standing near a guy is not approaching him. If you want something to happen, you actually have to say something.
Men, just so there's no confusion, I'm going to show you exactly what a woman's first move looks like to show you that she's interested, okay? And that's it. So when you see that, you approach.
Look, men aren't mind readers. A glance, a smile, or looking interested doesn't automatically mean we're supposed to know what's going on. If a woman wants something, she needs to speak up and say it, instead of expecting men to decode some invisible signal. Men aren't psychic. We act on clear communication, not guessing games. Complaining that men don't approach based on subtle hints just doesn't make sense.
A girl is not going to approach you at the bar. I'm sorry.
No.
That just completely changes the narrative, because if I'm approaching you now, I wear the pants. Like, I'm just going to feel like I'm the one that started this.
I care more.
And those relationships
Don't
never work.
Has to love you more. He has to like you
has
more.
to.
He has to care about you more. When women approach these men, I feel like the conversation is just flat.
Because they're thrown off.
Yeah, sometimes they're just kind of silent. You also add to the conversation.
Yeah.
I can only do so much like attempting.
It puts them in like their feminine energy.
I'm just kind of like icked out by you now. And then you just stand there. He's no longer attractive because I did the work.
Let's be real. This is just an excuse to avoid taking responsibility. If you want a man to like you, maybe stop overthinking it and actually communicate instead of playing mental gymnastics about feminine energy or who cares more. Attraction doesn't vanish just because someone had the courage to start the conversation. This is peak modern female logic. Make it someone else's job to do all the work, then complain when the outcome isn't perfect. Honestly, the idea that approaching a man somehow makes you less feminine or ruins the dynamic is laughable. Relationships aren't a game of keeping score. If both people aren't willing to put in effort, don't act surprised when things fall flat.
Girls, make the first move. Do it. Just make the first move. It is so attractive when the girl makes the first move. I think it's like an 80% chance of marriage too if the girl makes the move first. I'm telling you right now, make the first move. Just don't care about rejection. Make the first move. Because it shows confidence, and men kill for confidence. Just send him that text. Talk to him in person. Like, it literally does not matter. Just make the first move, be confident, and let him do the rest. A lot of guys, too, sometimes they're scared. They're a little scared. They're scared of rejection as well, and their fragile masculinity sometimes can't take it. But if you make the first move, it gives them a little bit of a hint that you're into them. And let me tell you, it'll work. It will work. Just do it. Let me just tell y'all now that me and the guy that I'm with, I made the first move, and look at us now. And honestly, if I didn't make the first move, we would not be together. We would not be together at all. And this is the happiest I've been.
I fear the men are more delusional about the way that they look than women are. You know how men love to like put down women, like, oh, you're not even that hot. Okay, I made that video talking about how if you're a woman going for a very attractive man, then you're gonna have to be nice to him because he has so many options. He's not gonna choose the one that treats him poorly. The comments were wild. I mean, every man known to this earth was commenting on it, saying, I will not tolerate disrespect. I'm like, did you look at yourself though? Like, that's what I was getting at. And before you comment on this one and be like, it has nothing to do with looks. It has everything to do about looks. Wake up.
Honestly, I think basic respect should be the default. Treat people kindly until they give you a real reason not to. That's just simple decency. What I don't get is why anyone would feel obligated to put up with disrespect. And if the argument is that someone deserves better or worse treatment just because of how they look or how attractive they are, that's a pretty shallow way to think. Looks don't last forever, and I hope anyone with that mindset remembers that when time catches up to them.
Why aren't men making the first move anymore?
Why should they? Men and women are equal, right? So that means equal rights and equal responsibilities. And that includes dating.
Like, that's literally your job.
Says who? Oh, wait, it's some of those individuals that want traditional gender roles to be enforced in certain situations, but absolutely not in others.
It's your responsibility to show the initial interest. It's your job to go get the girl's number, to go tell her that you're interested.
Whenever I hear takes like this, where it's a woman emphasizing that it is solely the man's responsibility to approach the woman and initiate contact for the beginnings of a relationship, I often wonder, is that just some way of indicating that they're not getting approached? Could be.
You're afraid of getting rejected. Be a man, grow up.
Anyone else find it just a tad bit funny that there are some women out there that want men to act like men, only in so much as it serves their purpose. But when it doesn't, they call men acting like men reprehensible.